Okay, step number one to convert your floor plan design into your final house is to copy and paste the floor plan into a new SketchUp file so that you can create your final product from that. So in order to do this, if you draw a box around the floor plan, Command C will copy that sketch, and then if you go to File and New, and then Command V will paste it in. As you can see, it's far too big. The scale of this is completely wrong, so we need to scale it down. So what you need to do first of all, place that floor plan on the ground and draw a line with the pencil tool, roughly the length that you want your building to be. So if I wanted my building to be 12 meters, I would type in 12,000 millimeters, or you can type in 12 and then the letter M, and it will know that you want a line 12 meters long. Now that I have this as a datum, I can use the scale tool to shrink down my floor plan and then compare that with the figure to see if the proportions look right. After having tried this earlier, I've decided that in actual fact I want the house to be slightly bigger than this, so I'm going to scale it back up slightly. Obviously, to do this we follow the same process. So select building, making sure you don't forget any lines, and then use scale, which is here, to increase the size slightly. Once you're happy with the size of your footprint, make sure you have erased any doors on the walls that you have. So when we did the floor plan, we drew the arc with the line. You need to remove those and replace it with a straight line. And obviously this will mean that you won't know where the doors are, but we can fix that later by looking at the floor plan design. The next thing to do is to create a copy of this next to the house, which is later going to become our roof. So first of all, select it again, Command C, Command V, place it over here for the time being, and then use the eraser tool to erase all the internal lines, the walls if you like. This is going to allow us to create our hip roof. If you have a flat roof, if your building's going to have a flat roof, then you might not have to do this process. But it's sometimes worthwhile doing anyway, in case you change your mind later. So, to create the hip roof, we select Shape, go to the plugin 1001-bit Tools, and create your hip roof. And if you have your parameters set from previous trial, then it should remember those, and I'm quite happy with that. I'm going to keep that there for now. Like I say, later I can add that as my roof. The next thing we need to do is we need to add the walls. Now to do this, you need to use the pencil tool again, and in every single corner you need to draw a vertical line. So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to draw a vertical line, and this vertical line should be the same height as the walls of your building. So for me, I'm going to make it 2.5 meters. So I've typed in 2.5 m, hit the return key, and as you can see, it's locked it at that height. I'm now going to go around quickly, and this time it should automatically click or snap to 2.5 meters as we go. So I'm going around the house. Every time I want a new line, there's a quick way to do it. If you press the L key on your keyboard, it will start a new line instead of continuing on the one that you were previously doing. You need to make sure that every single line you draw is on the blue axis. If you don't, then you're going to have problems later. So that's something to watch out for. As you can see, I'm carefully dragging the mouse up to ensure I get blue lines every time. This. Once you've drawn the vertical blue lines, you are then going to use these to generate your walls. Sometimes you'll notice actually here I've got a clash with another line that wants to snap to that other line. If this happens, just draw the line way too long and type in your 2.5 again. Oops, 2.5, sorry, I need to redo that one. 2.5 m for meters, and again here 2.5 m. That's it. So yeah, as I was saying, we're going to use these blue lines to create the walls so that we can add rooms and doors and furnishings to our house. Almost finished. Just check I haven't missed any. There's one here. Okay. Oh, it's worthwhile spending some time checking that you haven't missed any off. Right, now that we have all these vertical lines protruding up from the floor plan, we can again use the pencil tool and go around the top of the building. And as you can see, as we do this, it creates a 2D profile and therefore gives us a wall. So I'm now going to go around every line. You can see I missed that one there, so I just Command Z to undo. And what I'll do now is I'll skip the video on a bit, and I'll finish this off and then speed the video up and show you what to do once you've done this. Okay, now I've added all of the walls, and as a result it's also given me the ceilings on top of this building as well, which I don't actually want because that means that I can't see into the individual rooms. I've got some walls here that I've still got to finish off, so I'm just going to very quickly add those lines in and then delete the ceilings. So to delete the ceiling, you'll use the select tool, click the ceiling, and then just use the backspace key on your keyboard to remove that top profile, meaning that we can see into the different rooms. The next thing to think about is the placement of your doors and windows. So to do this, you should refer back to your initial floor plan, which shows where the doors will appear. When you draw a door, I would recommend that you simply draw one rectangle, which you will use by copying and pasting to create all your other doors. Very quickly check in the dimensions dialog box at the bottom right hand side of the screen the size of your doors. Now my door is currently sitting at around 1 meter wide and 1.8 meters tall, so I'm going to make it a little bit bigger and a little bit wider. You could measure a door in your house to see roughly what size they should be and then try and base it on that. That's probably the best way to do it. So I'm going to draw one door, and then I'm going to select that rectangle, and I'm going to Command C, Command V, and I'm going to place a few more wherever I had them on my floor plan. As you can see, the doors will not automatically rotate to different wall surfaces, and you need to be very careful where you place them. But if you need one on a wall like this, for example, I would just draw another door and just make sure you get it the same size as the other ones using the size dialog box. Your front door might look a bit bigger, but you can decide upon how big you want the front door and then just use the rectangle tool and draw a separate door. Now once you've drawn the doors, I haven't finished, there's still some to draw. I want you to go around and select the surface of the door and then use the backspace key to erase it so that we can see into the different rooms. You don't actually need to draw doors on. This is the best way to do it, is to just have openings. it is possible to draw doors on, but it's an added complication that we don't really need. And if you're doing a walkthrough video, it's easier to just have the door openings there so that you can move from one room to the next.